Man didn't understand a word that was coming out of his mouth. Like Chris Tucker.
Please tell me you speak English. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Everybody breathe in. Breathe out. Because I think sometimes you guys don't know what you're mad about. But definitely breathe out. Breathe in. Understand that peace comes from within. Everybody just calm down, okay? Everybody just calm down. No need to be upset. No need to be upset, guys. Welcome in, everyone. How are you doing today? On this fine Saturday? This weekend? Yes. Franchise, yes. I am a blue name. Because it's just like your money. It's my money to decide what I do with my money. And we should all just have peace. To be honest, franchise, I'm milking the out of this. Peacefully. No chaos, no turmoil. Let it all burn. You missed a few gifted subs, Lucky. You just got one, by the way. So refresh your screen and enjoy the rest of the stream without any ads. I hope you all having a great day, really. I'm serious. I'm not even joking here. I'm sort of joking. But so I was watching Lupo today, and he's making some very interesting points. He is cooking. And you know what? I agree with him. 98% of the things that he said, I agree with. 95. Okay. I felt like he was, definitely attacking Nikita a little bit too much. I get it. But Lupo's a funny guy. So when he roasts, he goes. So I appreciate that. I don't want people to be upset with me because I bought the Unheard edition. Because I'm one of them ones, baby. Okay? I'm one of them ones. You feel me? I know. They lowered the price. Am I upset? Yes. Of course. I thought I was getting something pay to win. For me. Tarkov lied to me. But here I am. Taking the wounds. Franchise, at this point, if I was a betting man, you're going to get it for free forever. So I wouldn't even come out of your pockets. You know what I'm getting for my $100? Unheard, a key code? Yes, I saw that they're going to give a key code. I don't know what this key code is. I'm assuming to a lower edition. I'm not a part of the cancel culture, regardless of how upset people are. I feel like people are blowing a lot of things out of proportion. We can't even trust our own government, and yet people are going crazy over a video game developer who doesn't live in the States. Just ridiculous to me. But I guess that's the passion of video games, and they don't want it to be tainted. I think people need to also start doing their research on what a DLC is. I'm going to stick to that because that's the only argument I can actually make right now. Because Nikita's looking bad right now. Okay, the only argument I'm going to make is look at what a DLC is. You look it up. It says what it says. Any release game that has more content being brought to it. If Tarkov's not a release game, if whatever you got ends up to this point in Tarkov is considered DLCs to you, you're wrong. You didn't get not one DLC yet, even Arena, because Tarkov's not released. So I just need people to just do their research, man, and stop acting off of feelings. And that's the only thing I should say. And that's the only thing, honestly, Nikita should say. If he really wants to justify anything, you can look it up. The first sentence of a DLC will pop up, and you won't even be obliged to read further, because you read that first sentence and you're already like, damn, that's EOD is not the released version of Tarkov. The game itself is not released. Period. So if they're giving you something before the release date of the actual game, you essentially are not supposed to get that. Any map that's been given to you, any guns that have been brought to the game are not DLCs. Do you understand what I'm saying, Atypical? I get what you're saying. It wasn't supposed to be free. If Tarkov is out right now, if Tarkov is an official release game right now, Atypical, you are right. But until that stamp happens, until this beta testing goes away, you are wrong. PvE is fun, man. I'm gonna get Kappa in like a week, bro. Honestly, if I go crazy. But I have that laziness to me sometimes. Shouldn't be charging for beta then. This is pre-release alpha stuff. People bought it for pre-releasing. This is a pre-release purchase. Counterpoint, you are wrong. This is the biggest L take. Missing, did you hear the whole take? Is all that all you heard? Yes, I am the only one feeling this way because I'm not upset. A lot of people are feeling certain ways, atypical, because they're just upset. Plain old upset. Fed up with the lies, fed up with, and yes, they did lie. They did lie. To a certain extent. They also lied to lead you to believe that this is a released game, right? And thank you. So Missing, you are now my best friend, honestly, because thank you for that. Because you know what? People on the internet won't even apologize. If I'm wrong, I said this yesterday, I would say I'm sorry. And I've said I'm sorry on countless arguments that were made yesterday about this going on. There should not be content behind the paywall. I get that. But what I'm saying is now that they're trying to create content behind the paywall, you should have been mad back then. You get what I'm trying to tell you? But I understand that because it was previously announced that EOD edition people are going to get everything. I also understand that they hide behind the beta testing clause. That's why that's not removed from Tarkov, because it's not right now a release game. And they're doing that because they're trying to make their game like a Call of Duty type. If you noticed, everything can be accessible in the menu. Like look at this menu. Like for instance, look at this menu. Let me show you. So right here, this PvE zone, this PvP zone, soon we'll say open world zone, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know what their plans are, because obviously Tarkov doesn't have a roadmap. They don't know what the they're doing. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been a roller coaster trying to figure out what they're trying to do, but no one can tell you what they're doing except for the devs themselves, and I don't think they know what they're doing. But look at pool of dudes over 10 hours. If you do the math, someone that has that many hours is down like 0.6 cents an hour for people that pay and play this game. A lot is really not a bad investment. And that's another thing we were talking about earlier. Missing, it doesn't affect anybody. People want to play it, obviously. Like I see that you want to play with your homies. That's fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's fun. You're missing out on a lot right now. You don't have it yet. You're missing out on a hell of a lot. I paid $100, and now they're backtracking. Like this, I don't like. But I'm not gonna complain because there's a lot more to be upset with. It's a video game. At the end of the day, I paid my $100. I was the first batch of idiots that paid their $100. I'm sorry. Yes, we are idiots, guys. We should have waited a couple days and then bought it for $50. You know what I'm saying? The same notion. It's a beta version. I bought the game before Lighthouse, before Customs, before Ground Zero, etc. Since it's beta, should those maps have been things that were not included in my EOD? Yes, they're not included in your EOD. Essentially, they're not included in your EOD. Your EOD really counts. Apparently, from their talk, from their lingo, Missing. Your EOD starts when patch 1.0 comes out and the game is released. But they've taken so long to release the game, the maps, that's why they're in this bullshit that they're in right now. They're not giving you the right information. They should have given you the game a long time ago, and they didn't do that. You understand what I'm trying to say? This game should have been came out. They're still hiding behind something that's just not right yet. I was led to believe it would be included. I get that, and I understand that. But somewhere in translation, you gotta understand also, I'm Muslim, so I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Even you, like when you came in and said take, I didn't just jump on your head, right? And then now we're best friends, Missing. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So when I see stuff like they're Russian, right? They don't speak the same language we speak in terms of understanding and terminology. They need to hire a lawyer to explain what the they're trying to say. Really. That's what they need. They need a lawyer to talk for them, because once they say yes, what? I saw Lupo breaking it down, but it was a language barrier. The man didn't understand a word that was coming out of his mouth. Like Chris Tucker.
Please tell me you speak English. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You know, that type of vibe, because Nikita didn't understand the words that was coming out of the dude's mouth. Like the questions that was being asked was not really answered, and wasn't. And he probably thinks that the guy asked him a whole different a barrage of questions, and not even the questions that we heard him ask, right? Like the meaning behind a certain word for anybody, and that's the benefit of the doubt. That's just going for it. The man is not an English speaking major. He does not, you can hear it in his accent. He does not know certain words in English. Now, if you had a Russian translator try to ask him these questions, maybe he would understand it and give you guys more insight. But obviously there's that. But then that's one of the benefit of the doubt. But another benefit of the doubt is they didn't plan for this. Yes, they are broke and they're lying about that too. Yes, that could be a thing. But like everybody said, and this is where I want to toe the line, man. When they tried to roll out, and this is like when you test things with people, with your community, right? You want to test things, right? Without even having to like come to them every time to ask them what to do to the game that you love, right? They love the game too. They want to make it in their visions. They don't want to make it casual. And once it gets to that point, they've lost it. So hear me out when I say this. How come people were getting teased for buying clothing? I made this argument the other day. No one can answer that. People were getting teased for buying, let's go to this real quick, for buying level 55 clothing, trying to give the devs money to a sense where, you understand what I'm saying? What I'm hearing is going to play his game. Playing the game is different from buying a game. Okay, I could play the regular version that I already own. I own it, franchise. If I decide to play this, it's my choice. You get what I'm saying? You can't tell me not to play something that I own, or I guess not own, but I purchased to play, because I can't get my refund, and I ain't taking no stand with nobody that I don't fully agree with, because I think people don't even understand why they're mad. Some people don't understand why they're mad. I think now, today, day 3, people are understanding the line of what was crossed for them, and they didn't have that initial thought from the beginning. But you can't change your line of understanding and then think that I'm gonna follow that logic. No. I know why I was mad. I was mad for this exact reason. Like, if you're trying to say but they can put in any order, so it would be in English. Exactly. You understand? That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're not understanding the words. But hear me out. Yet again. Overall, you teased us for buying this. Yet now people are saying they would buy camos, they would buy all this stuff, they would buy certain things in the game, they would purchase it on the website because it's cool, skins and all that. So why would you tease us about buying this if people like it from the beginning? Okay, and I respect that, Missing. I respect that 100%. They are towing the line for sure. I was teased on Twitter. I was a victim of being bullied, I guess you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, for buying these pants, because you get these unlocked at level 55. I know you probably can't see it, guys, but I'm level 52. These pants get unlocked. Is this a rerun? Wasn't covered yesterday? Yeah, it was. But, you know, people are still, because new news is coming out, Harry Palm, every day, more information is coming out, and more backpedaling from the devs is happening. So there lies the continued conversation of what's going on in EFT. You get what I'm trying to say, Harry? I'm trying to address everybody right now. The language is very confusing and hard to understand from an English standpoint. Exactly. Let alone somebody not being from here. You know what I'm saying? You are fed up with them because you probably played the game longer than most people. You haven't understood what their progress was and what they were trying to do. And they kept you in limbo for a long time, so I get that. I was a fairly new Tarkov player before I fell in love with it. So I have like 3, maybe 4 years in the game. I want to say it's been out for 7 years. I still like the game. I'm not gonna make excuses for the devs' actions because you guys don't understand. From my background, I'm the biggest dev hater in the world. I respect indie devs more once they're transparent with you, but I hate devs to a full extent. Just to be real with you, I hate them, and I hate them because of the experiences I've had, and that's unfair to say, but I hate them because of that. I've had bad experiences with devs, where you've seen them blackball people and they've done terrible things. Okay, and I'm talking about like AAA devs, obviously. I hadn't seen anything towards you, but I saw Gino was getting death threats and harassment, which is completely appalling. I'm trolling the internet right now, Missing. So internet thugs are internet thugs. That's how I would address it. But I feel bad for Gino. You know what I'm saying? That is very disgusting that the internet goes to that level for a video game. And you could see how people's true intentions are and people's true characters come out when they don't get what the they want. Basically, 6,000 hours EOD account, 11,000 hours plus. And when a game comes out 7 years, for 7 years, it's out for 7 years. People have been playing it, like you said, 11,000 hours. They've been giving you new maps. They've been working hard on these things, and you know, they're trying to develop the game as quickly as possible to their understanding, right? I don't think it's quick enough, but this is my problem with them. They need to push this shit out quicker. But I get it. There's testing. You have to make things right. You have to do certain things. In the meantime, obviously, you should come out with certain things you can buy in store to help them out, and they should definitely be transparent to that. But they're not. So, by all means, Get on them for that. I get it. But when you really calculate things and say, I don't understand why they're charging $100. They're broke. That's one. You should definitely not have to read into it that hard. Two, how long do you think $150 should last you? I made this argument the other day. And again, that's barring the understanding of them lying in the first place. They lied in the first place. So we get it. They fucking lied. But how do you, as a person, as a human, justify $150 spread across 7 years? And then when they attempt, and this is my story behind, this is my understanding behind them, they attempt to come out with something. You guys made a big issue on Twitter about them attempting to give you skins and clothing in the game. People were complaining about it. The same guys that are leading the damn cult right now, or the walkout, the strike. I'm infuriated, guys. I'm infuriated by that action in the internet too, because people are acting their true colors and no one's seeing that part. People are leading the same boycott that made fun of you for buying stuff, for supporting the game, to try to get some clothing out of it or whatever it is. This is the same people that are doing that, and then once they come back to the game, they're gonna act like all love is lost, nothing happened really. I didn't do nothing wrong. I was in my right. And nobody's calling them out. Why aren't you calling them out? Why is no one calling that out? That's the shittiest part. The influence that these people have is ridiculous, and no one's calling them out on it. And I'm here for that. I'm here to call out people, everyone. The devs fucked up, but we also fucked up as consumers. But guess what? The content creators are fucking up heavy, man. Heavy.
And the bad guys. They're the bad guys. They f anything and anyone. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here. Come here. Hey. Hey, f you, mate! Who put this thing together? Me! That's who!